Hey guys, we are back with another video. If you don't know us already, we are the NeuroKidz, where education meets empowerment, one brain at a time. We are a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing neuroscience to elementary and middle school students in and around our areas. Okay, so let's get started. For today's topic, we will be covering concussions. So what exactly is a concussion? I'm sure many of you watching have heard this term before. But the formal definition of a concussion is a type of traumatic brain injury, also known as a TBI, caused by a bump, blow, or jolt to the head or by a hit to the body. This can cause the head and brain to rapidly move back and forth. This sudden movement can cause the brain to bounce around the skull, ultimately resulting in severe chemical changes in the brain or damaged brain cells. Over here is just a simple visual of what can happen during a concussion, and obviously concussions are very serious injuries that can lead to permanent brain damage. So now we're going to go over post-concussion syndrome. After a blow to the head, it's very important to be on the lookout for some telltale symptoms of a concussion. First off, you might experience headaches or dizziness. You can also experience extreme fatigue or sleeping problems, such as insomnia. Another common symptom is an easy loss of concentration or memory. Many people also struggle with blurry vision or ringing in the ears. Obviously, if you experience any of these symptoms after a head injury, it's really important to get to a doctor right away. And over here on the right, I included a diagram that you guys can refer back to, listing some of the most common symptoms of a concussion. So I previously explained what happens to your brain when you have a concussion, but now we're going to go a bit more in depth. So your brain is cushioned from tiny jolts and bumps every single day by something called cerebrospinal fluid. This is found inside of your skull. It's really important because this fluid protects your brain from any tiny abrupt movements. But any forceful blows to the head can cause your brain to rock up against the inner walls of your skull. This can be very dangerous because it can lead to bruising, damage to blood vessels, and injury to nerves. The long-term effects of concussions can sometimes be very severe. Concentration and memory problems are very common after suffering from a TBI. A person who has endured a concussion can be at risk for personality changes, sleeping disorders, and a sensitivity to light or sound. There are 3 different grades or levels of concussions. The first level is a grade 1 concussion, which is when the concussion lasts no more than 15 minutes and there is no loss of consciousness. This is a very mild concussion and most likely isn't detrimental to the patient. Next is a grade 2 concussion, in which symptoms can last anywhere from hours to days. This is a moderate brain injury. Lastly is the most severe, a grade 3 concussion. It's very dangerous because there could be a loss of consciousness, amnesia, or loss of equilibrium, which basically means you can't really balance well. Thankfully, there are ways to prevent concussions in our everyday lives. For people who participate in high-impact sports, it's necessary to wear headgear, padding, and mouth or eye guards. When riding a bike, skateboard, or rollerblading, you should always wear a helmet and protective padding. And of course, something we've all learned from a very young age is to always wear your seatbelt in the car. By practicing these easy safety precautions, the risk of a concussion decreases immensely. I hope you guys learned something cool from watching this video, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on neuroscience. I'll see you guys next time.